things. So think about what questions you have for our speakers. So we're going to start with Mark Yedlin, who came from New York City. His company is Greenman-Pedersen Incorporated, GPI. Mark, come on up.
Okay, thank you. And good morning, and thanks for coming to the session. We're going to be talking this morning about virtual reality and how we can use it for low-cost applications. And I'm accompanied here today by Chris Feeney. Chris is our lead CAD designer. Everything I'm showing you here, he created. I just stand up here and take credit for the work. So yesterday there was a fascinating panel discussion on augmented reality and virtual reality. And one of the things that I took away from was the fact there was a comment made that if you had your headsets on and you had a virtual representation and were asked to jump off a cliff, you wouldn't do it. Well, you can see from my gray hair, I've been doing these presentations for quite a few decades. So in effect, I'm talking about virtual reality, but I'm also jumping off a cliff. I don't have a PowerPoint. We're relying on this technology, including internet connection. And we're going to see how it goes. So this is my jumping off a cliff. And part of that is deliberate. And the reason being is that we're just getting started in the last year using virtual reality. And we're trying to figure out how we can use this to help our clients. And our clients are largely municipal clients. They're towns, they're villages, they're counties, they're cities. Yesterday in that panel discussion, I was impressed when they were talking about, there's big bucks in this. Well, the kind of things that we're doing, we're not in that market, so we don't see big bucks. We're trying to figure out how we can do low-end, low-cost visualizations for public hearings, for interaction, to get some buy-in at the local community boards. And can we get some traction? Can we, in fact, entice our clients to start to use this? So part of what we're doing is trying to educate our clients as to what this technology could do so that they might ultimately want to pay us to use it. And a lot of what we've been doing to date is on spec. We've been doing this for proposals, to get work. So that in and of itself tells you that this is a relatively modest investment if we're willing to do this for proposals. I think this is the area where we're at now, and that's what's going to be the focus of my presentation. So as I say, our guide here is that there was in fact a men's clothing chain in the New York metropolitan area where I'm from, and their tagline in their advertisements was, "An educated consumer is our best customer." And that's what we're trying to do when we make these presentations. Unfortunately, that firm that I mentioned, they went out of business a couple of years ago. So hopefully we'll have better luck than them. So what I'm going to do is show you some of the visualizations that we've created using a tool by the name of Lumion. And in order to do that, we have the visualizations loaded on the cloud. And I thought I would step you through the process that we have to access them. And in fact, I'm going to give you the opportunity through your own cell phones, as long as it's not an iPhone, sorry about that, to be able to see these on your own phone. So first thing I have to do is find a keyboard. And I'm going to log into this site. One moment. Just wanted to show you what the process was. And now we have a couple of projects up here, a few of them. I'll start with this one, Queens Boulevard. Let me tell you that at first, and we'll pull it up. Queens Boulevard is one of 3 very large corridors in the city of New York. By its name, you can guess that Queens Boulevard is in Queens. It actually connects goes east-west across Queens and goes to the 59th Street Bridge. Those of you old enough to remember Simon and Garfunkel, there's a famous song, 59th Street Bridge song. The bridge also goes by the name Queensboro Bridge, and it now is known as the Ed Koch Bridge. But Queens Boulevard is a major thoroughfare. It has a very high concentration of traffic. It has one of the highest crash rates in New York City. Vision Zero is very important in New York City now. There's a concerted effort to reduce crashes. So one of the things we're doing is coming up with techniques to alleviate some of the crashes, to provide a complete streets treatment where in fact you can have improved pedestrian facilities, improved bike facilities. And so through Lumion, we're able to view the scenes that we've created. And in fact, what Chris has a headset, and we can pass this around. Sure. But as you see, as he manipulates the headset, the view changes. And you've probably seen this in the pavilion earlier during the symposium. Again, we're trying this on the fly. And so please, Chris, let people have a chance to, anybody who wants to, please step up. And then so you can see the bike lane. Now, if you would be kind enough, there's a blue dot. If you would turn it back, look at the blue dot. Okay? Can you talk? The blue dot on the bike lane.
I got you.
All right, look right at it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So we've put up some tags in here for the public. We're giving some information besides trying to get feedback for the design. Yes, and if you click, you'll shift around. We have several different scenes.
Hey, there's a little kid. These people, is that a kid?
Yep.
That is a really small.
Okay, you want to let anyone else who wants an opportunity, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to hand out, Chris is going to hand out cardboards to anyone who wants them, and you can get this on your own phone at the same time. So, Chris, can you help?
Sure. If anybody's interested, we have cardboard, even more cost effective than the headsets. If anybody's interested,
just pass them out, whoever wants, let them have it.
Come up here
and I'm going to tell you, if you use your phone, as long as it's not an iPhone, it's an Android phone,
yes.
You go to your browser.
Yes.
Because basically what I'm doing with you is what we would end up doing in a public hearing. And I'm trying to get feedback, certainly from the experts here who know more about this than we do. I'm here more to learn than to share, so I'm looking forward to feedback. But this is what the type of experience would be at the low cost, low end. For example, Chris tells me this visualization could be done just in a matter of a few days. Anyone else want the headset? Okay, so if you have, Chris will show you how to use the cardboard, if anyone needs to know how to put it together.
Well, why is this image better than what you see? That's why.
It's probably the you probably needed to focus the VR headset. There's a knob on the top. If you adjust it, you have to focus it.
Focus on top, all right. Make sure it's every client.
Thank you. I need the feedback. Okay, so those of you who have cell phones, you don't even have to do it with the cardboard, but with your own cell phone, if you have your browser open.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this the right scale? Because I feel like I'm a giant compared to all these people.
Well, some of the scenes were purposely elevated.
We put the camera, some of the scenes we put the camera up on the sky looking down.
I think that hurts the scale, which is what virtual reality is good at. You know?
Is this a stationary camera? Or can you walk into
These are stationary shots, so we can, you see the arrows on the screen? When he's not, I can take it off his control, so so now I can switch control and shift to other scenes. See?
Oh, I don't like this.
Well, you're looking at the ground, look up. Okay. All right, so anyone with a cell phone
I like that color.
is actually up there on the top of the screen. You can copy it off there.
Yeah, for me, I didn't like I felt like if I was close to the ground, I wanted to be on the ground. It felt like I was a giant.
Mm-hmm.
Not, so it's kind of weird, I think virtual reality, the biggest draw is this, you get to see scale.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was looking at the buildings, that was fun. When I was looking at people, it kind of made me like,
it works on the iPhone.
Works on the iPhone, thank you.
I don't
Good.
think VR works.
Okay.
It's a 3D picture.
Yes, it's really panoramic, but I don't think you can.
I don't know
You
if
can
you're
rotate
getting
around.
Yes, you can do that, but I don't think you can get the VR.
yeah, you can't. Well, let's put the
Yeah,
glass on.
but you can't put the Google.
Ah.
Google.
You don't have to do it, it's more about the play.
But it will work on the Android.
No, I just pressed it into VR and it did something. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, then it will work with the cardboard. You have a cardboard, you can. Yes, go ahead, please.
So I have a question about the modeling in Lumion. Typically, Lumion is where you import the data from some other software, and then you plug in all the, the vegetation, the people, all these objects. So there could be an issue with the scale of these static objects that you plug in, the way that appear to be out of scale. That would be my guess, because they're static and they're maybe a reflection of the distance from the camera.
But I agree with the gentleman that I purposely did make.
Oh, you did make that high.
More elevated, but we do have panel positions that
Eye
are
level?
ground level.
Okay.
And I agree with what he said.
Eye level.
Yes, yeah, you can see all the devices that have logged in. They're coming up on the screen, and I could switch to get your view. That's what that device is seeing now. So the point is, there's 2 points here. One is, how effective would this be for public hearings? And number 2, as engineers, yes, we are concerned with things like measurements. But that's not what this visualization was designed for. The visualization was designed to show the bike lane and the pedestrian amenities and whatever safety treatments so that the public could see what they look like. And the question is this an effective medium to be able to do that? Any feedback on that? And I know my time is going to be up in a moment.
At these public involvement type meetings, what's your success in getting as many people to put these things on their heads and be in these virtual worlds? Have they been willing to make that leap?
We haven't really gotten very far on this. That's why I'm here, basically. That's why I said I did a leap of faith here. This is the first time I'm actually doing this. There are others on our staff who have, but not me.
Okay.
But this view of the bike lane, this is a very wide boulevard. You've got 3 lanes of traffic in each direction, plus medians, plus auxiliary service roads, both sides, 2-lane service roads. So this is an 10-lane roadway. with a lot of accidents. So the idea was, how could we make this more pleasingly aesthetic as well as safer, and provide bicycle and pedestrian amenities. So that's the goal there. The other one, which I don't have time to show you now, is to show the effects of sea level rise in Miami. Not the effects, but a design to raise the street 2 feet, because there's a desire to, by the part of Miami, to do that, and people want to know what is it going to look like in front of my house. So that's the other one. But I think my time is up, so if there's any last question, otherwise I want to thank you all for your participation.
Thank you.
Thanks.